Hello, hi. How are you? I hope you will find and enjoying a good health. Today I am here, Hearts Between Line with Season 2, Episode number 3, The Library Between Us. The next Monday, the school library felt like a quiet island in a sea of noise. Outside, the usual chaos of morning assembly still echoed faintly through the hallways. Kappu had slipped away as soon as his class was dismissed. An excuse about returning a book barely convincing his teacher he was not there for a book. He was there because it was the only place Tinku sometimes came when she wanted to be alone. He stood by the hall. He stood by the tall shelves, tracing the edge of old paperbacks, his ears straining for the sound of soft footsteps. After that, Tinku appeared at the far end of the aisle, a stack of books cradled in her arms. Her hair was slightly messy, like she would rushed here between classes. She didn't see him at first. When she did, her steps slowed. Her expression was unreadable, not cold, not warm, but caught somewhere in between. Returning book, she asked softly. Sometimes like that, Gappu replied, trying to keep his voice casual, even though his heart was pounding. They ended up at the far corner table, the only half hidden behind the tall reference section. The quiet there felt almost protective. Tinku opened her notebook and started flipping through pages. Gappu sat opposite her, pretending to read a magazine but sneaking glances every few seconds. He caught the way she chewed lightly on her pen cap when thinking, the way her eyes dotted over lines like she was racing her own thoughts. Do you still sit by the window in your new class? She asked suddenly. Yeah, he said. It is the only place that feels like mine. Their conversation shifted to school gossip, upcoming exams, and a new math teacher with a terrifying voice. They laughed quietly, careful not to disturb the librarian at the desk. But under it all was the unspoken thing, the distance that had grown since they were no longer seatmates. I don't like that we don't talk much anymore, Tinku said, not looking up from her notes. I know, Gappu said, me neither. Tinku reached into her bag and pulled out a folded slip of paper. Here, she said. Gappu took it. Inside was a quick sketch she had drawn, their old classroom, the window seat, and two stick figures sitting there. Above it, in her small handwriting, some things don't change. He looked up smiling despite himself. The bell rang, jolting them both. Tinku gathered her books. See you around, Gapu? Yeah, he said, watching her walk away through the shelves. For a moment, the library felt colder without her there. But he slipped the folded paper into his pocket, the corner sticking out, a reminder that even even in different classrooms there were still places where they could find each other. But he slipped the folded paper into his pocket, the corner sticking out, a reminder that even in different classrooms there were still places where they could find each other. Dear audience, my friends, I hope episode number 3 will be heart touching for you. I will be with you. I hope you will be with me in episode number 4.